Hello guys. So in the previous lecture we have discussed a lot about how the Flask application works, and this lecture we are going to learn how to add templates to our Flask application. So while we have some text being rendered on our application's web page, this is not the ideal way to actually use it. Alright, this is not the ideal way to represent any data that we have and we need to serve to the user. Returning strings is not the ideal way. So if you actually go ahead and right click on the web page, and if you can actually see okay, there is no view page source here. So what I'm going to do is hit Control U, and you can see the page source here. What is it? It's just saying the string. Alright, but if you go to any Flask or let's say Flask project, yeah, if you come down here and if you actually right click it and go to page source, you can see a big HTML page here. Do not be bothered about this because we are not gonna do something similar like this. This is very complex from the standard that we have right now in our course. Alright, but just understand that there is a lot going on here than just mere text being represented like this. Although the page actually has a lot of text in it, it is not being rendered the way we have done until now. Alright, so we need some HTML usage. So what are we going to do here is we are going to go back to our application, and if you see here we're rendering the string. So instead of the string we can actually render HTML code. How can we do that? We can actually replace just here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the text between the heading tags. Now save this, come back here. Yeah, it has been reloaded. Now if you come here and refresh it, you can see the slight variation of how the text has been represented. Now if you hit Control and U, now you can see some HTML code, but not exactly the way it has to be represented, because this is just mere heading tags, not the entire HTML code. One way this is quite useful because we don't have to go through the redundancy of writing the same HTML code again, but this is not the way we have to do. Alright, so let's return back to our application. So this can be done. Alright, we can serve our HTML code just by returning it, but to actually clutter our main server with all the HTML code just in the main application is not a smart way to do it. So with this in mind, Flask provides us with a module named render template. Alright, so this template module can be used to render HTML pages. Alright, how we are going to use it? So what are we going to do is replace this with render underscore template, and we are going to specify what HTML page are we going to serve, and I'm going to say index.html, and now save this. Now we need to create this HTML page. So render underscore template will access all the HTML pages from a folder templates inside the root project. So come back here, create a new folder, give it the name templates. Alright, and now inside it create a new file named index.html. Alright, now we are in our HTML page. Now let's write some HTML code. So what I'm going to do is doc type HTML. Wait, this is not the doc type HTML. Wait, alright, just say HTML, and now start writing HTML codes. Alright, so here is all of it. So here what we're going to, I'm going to give a mere introduction of it, not the brief one. So all the HTML code will be inside these HTML tags. Alright, this beginning and the ending HTML tags, and the head part is about writing some metadata or representing any part of the browser stuff, anything else, not the body of it. Alright, and inside the body is where all our data that we want the user to watch or see or read or view or anything inside the body tag. So what are we going to do is I'm going to give a title, my Flask project. Alright, inside the body I'm going to give h1 and say we are using templates. Alright, now save this thing, come back here, okay, the application is being saved. Now if you see here, okay, the server is running, come back here, now refresh it. Yeah, now it works. It says we are using templates. And if you actually look for the page source, yeah, we have the HTML document. So this is how we can actually render HTML pages. So this is actually working on the root side of the project. Alright, so let's come here and create another route, app.route, and say now this one will go for about and div about, and we're going to return render underscore template, and the HTML page will be about.html. So if you might wonder, the function name and the HTML page name must match. No, you can have your own page name and the own function name. I'm just creating with both the same name because I don't want to have any confusion when you're a beginner watching it. Alright, so I'm coming back here, creating new file, about.html. Alright, so I'm going to just copy all of this again here, and instead of saying this is about page. Let me put the about in caps, about page. Now save this. Okay, now come back here. Alright, this thing is throwing some error, run it. Yeah, now it's running. Come back here and refresh it. Yeah, the page is being served. Now go to about. Yeah, this is about page. Alright, so in this way we can actually run our application which serves HTML pages. Alright, and another thing that we need to mention here is, if you observe about page and index page, both of them are completely similar, but only the text that is being viewed is changing. So there is a lot of redundancy involved if we work across 100 HTML pages. So in future we are going to use the Jinja template engine. Alright, we have listened about in the introductory part of this course. Jinja template engine will help us to remove the redundancy and focus on the part that is actually necessary for us to do. We don't have to go through the redundant stuff. Alright, so with this we are actually concluding this part of the course, and I hope you understand much of it. Hopefully we are going to learn a lot. So let's meet in the next section. We are going to learn how to add images to our HTML pages.